Greetings, greetings, everyone. It is, yes, it is. I know, every week. It is Being Brown at Work Live. Linda Talaferro, your girl from the Extra Effort, the T. And it is, yes, my favorite time of the week. So if you've seen this posting that I was going to talk about how to truly accelerate your career, you're probably wondering why I capitalized accelerate, first of all. And what do I mean by truly? I mean, why would I put that? So here, let me break it down for you. I wanted to share with you, my approach, my thought process, my methodology that has been successful in my career and with my clients. So that's why the word accelerate is capitalized because I have this methodology called accelerate, maximize, achieve. And it is just that approach. And so I wanted to talk to you about what I believe is foundational, which is why it's first, and that is the acceleration part of the methodology. But if I wanted to even dig deeper and talk to you about what I mean by truly accelerate, it's because what I'm about to share with you, the thought process I'm going to convey with you in this episode has nothing to do with what you may think it does. It really has nothing to do with, what type of degree you had. Is your resume, tight? Um, do you have the best LinkedIn profile? Is your bio sweet? Do you have your elevator pitch strong? Did you have some successes, some high impact wins in your previous role, which is going to set you aside when the interview process takes place for the new role? Although all those things are important, don't get me wrong, they're all important, but they're not what truly will make the impactful difference in your career. And if you've been wondering what that is, if you've been trying to work on it, if you've been confused, if you've been in a spiral, what I'm about to talk to you about in this episode is going to make the difference for you because I can almost guarantee you, as well as I know my name is Linda, this is why your career hasn't accelerated. So in my accelerate, maximize, and achieve methodology, the first part, acceleration, the accelerate part has to do with really truly identifying the gaps, the real gaps in your interpersonal skills, not the superficial ones, but the real gaps, the why to everything. So, why is your social awareness not strong? Why do you struggle to build relationships? Why are you potentially like I was when I started my career, when I wanted to keep my head down? Didn't want to be seen and only wanted to work hard. And that is not, clearly didn't accelerate my career. Clearly didn't. You've heard me talk about it over and over again. It did not. It didn't totally derail it, but it slowed it down to, I mean, the pace was probably slower than a turtle. I mean, at some points it wasn't moving at all. And I had to do what I help my clients do, what I'm going to share with you do, in order to really start the acceleration, the movement. And I had to really do what I like to call peel back. You know, how do I see myself and why do I see myself that way? Why do I feel like it's better for me to keep my head down? And there were several reasons why. I was bullied, didn't want to be seen. Grew up in a broken household, didn't want to be seen. It's best to be perfect, keep my head down, then I won't get in trouble, don't want to be seen. And a household that just was very dysfunctional, unstable. And then in my first role out of college, I experienced sexual harassment from a high level executive. Clearly don't want to be seen, don't want to work the boat, right? Keep your head down working hard. Complete opposite happened for me, didn't benefit me. It wasn't until I peeled back the onion of who Linda was and really deal with those things of being bullied and the sexual harassment and the dysfunctional household. It was when I did that that I realized it was okay to be seen, that I had a voice, that I had a personality if I allowed it to completely show, and that there were benefits from engaging with other people. Therefore, when I did that work of peeling back and understanding what made me tick, why I thought the way I did, why I approached situations the way I did, when I completely understood it, then I knew how to operate within it. There were other aspects of myself I had to learn. Am I a data freak? Why is that? Well, part of that is because I love math, I love problem solving. How could that either positively or negatively impact my career? So it's the peeling back and really understanding who we are, not on the surface. And you guys have heard me say this over and over again, and I will continue to say it over and over and over again. Who we are personally is who we are professionally. There is no such thing as I leave my personal Linda at the door when I get up and go into the office, which I will be doing here in another month or so, or even when I get in front of the laptop and I click on the Teams button. And I think I'm going to leave the Linda outside of my home office door and click on that Teams button and become a professional Linda that has nothing to do with the personal Linda. Fooling myself. And you're fooling yourself if you think that's what's happening, because it's not. It's not. Those same irritations, those same things that bother you, the same things that make you show up in the way that you do in your personal life or that impact how you see yourself will show up in your professional life. It'll show up in that Teams call. It'll show up when you go back into the office in the conference room. It's going to show up. And then you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to figure out why is this not working for me? And that is because you haven't identified the real gaps in your interpersonal skills, the real reason why you have zero self-awareness. The real reason why you look in the mirror and see something totally different than the world experiences. There's a why to that. And really peeling back and getting to the nitty-gritty of it will allow you to start to see that acceleration, because then you will have the root cause or root causes to your challenge, to your derailers, to your stallers of your career, and you'll be able to address them because they'll be known. But you have to be open to this process of understanding that you haven't totally arrived. Because that can be the flip side of it as well, right? You can realize, yes, I need help. I'm just not sure what it is. Or you can be on the flip side and say, you know what? I've totally arrived. I don't know what she's talking about. It's everybody else's issue. People just aren't seeing the greatness in me. Therefore, I haven't gotten that promotion. No, that's not the case. How people experience you is so important. And for you to get on the acceleration bus with your career, excuse me, for you to get on the acceleration bus with your career, you have to be willing to do the deep introspective work so that the superficial stuff is not what you focus on, but you focus on the real nitty gritty things so that you can get out of your own way and do the work that's necessary. That's how you truly accelerate your career. That's how you truly accelerate it. It's more than just hitting those home runs. I said that in the beginning. Clearly, that's important. No doubt about it, it's important. But there's more to it. This thing isn't as simple and superficial as we want to make it out to be. And then there's this other thing that can really creep in, and I know it creeped in for me, and that was the imposter syndrome piece, which is why it was so important for me to do the deep introspective work to peel back that onion so I could understand what the root cause of the imposter syndrome was as well. Why did I not believe that I am as good as I really was? Why didn't I believe it? Why did I think that, oh, somebody's going to find out this is a fake or isn't real or something else is going to show up soon? What was that truly all about? Where'd that come from? Right? I know my working hard mentality came from the fact that my mother, you heard me just mention that I grew up in a dysfunctional household. It was a broken household. Parents divorced and split. My mother was a hard worker, blue collar worker, right? Worked in a paper factory after she left a China factory. So all she knew was work hard. Therefore, that's all I heard was, Linda, keep your head down, work hard. I also heard, hey, you ought to be thankful you got a job at GM. That's my first job, a division of GM. What do you mean you're gonna leave? That's crazy. You don't do that. Nobody leaves GM. What are you doing? So those were the things that I had to understand had major impact in my mindset, thought process as I entered into my career when I graduated from Carnegie Mellon with that engineering degree. Because I thought, hey, that was enough. Carnegie Mellon, engineering, that's enough. I should just skyrocket from that point on until I had the experiences I had and found out it wasn't enough. I had to start peeling back that onion, peeling it to get to Naomi saying to me, "Keep your head down, work hard." That's my mom's name. As being one of my real interpersonal skill gaps. I had many. I had to work on them all. But I was willing to do the introspective work, the true deep dive. And then I realized that's how the personal connects to the professional. So if you are serious, and I mean, you got to be serious because the work's not easy, right? If you're serious about truly accelerating your career, you got to open yourself up. You got to open your mindset up to the fact that there's more to you than just a degree. There's more to you than just meeting goals and targets. There's more to you. What is that more? And how do I assure that that more shows up strongly, authentically every day so that everybody that experiences you experiences the total you, which is probably phenomenal. It's probably absolutely phenomenal when you do the work and allow it to show and you identify the gaps and you strengthen those pieces, right? Like I had to strengthen my social awareness, my relationship management, those things that everybody knows are part of emotional intelligence. I had to work on that, for real, work on that, for real, work on that once I understood the why those were not strong in me. That's the part. That's what I mean when I say truly accelerate. Truly accelerate. That's what the difference is. And I can't tell you that it's easy. Absolutely not. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it because the difference that that kind of work did in my career is immeasurable compared to what it did in my personal life as well. I told you they're both connected. So if you do the work and you see the shift in your career, you're going to experience it in your personal life as well. Absolutely no doubt about it. So it's a win-win all the way around. But if you've been in this spiral and you just can't figure out why you are not getting to the next level, okay, let's forget about promotion. Why you're not even getting your shoulder tapped for an opportunity to lead an initiative, to lead a team, to lead a major project. It's because probably people that are experiencing you are experiencing all the issues, all the stuff, all that interpersonal things you haven't dealt with. That's what they're experiencing. And so therefore they're thinking, no, that's not what we want. Want to truly accelerate your career? Want to see a needle mover happen in your career? Be willing to do the work. Find out your whys, understand the connection between your personal and your professional life, peel back that onion, and then get to work on the gaps, the real interpersonal gaps. All right, everyone. Until next time.